Yesterday I did a video talking about the issue of the DA AfriForum and the VF Plus when they were marching, trying to explain to black people of South Africa, that we need to stop fighting for validation so much from white people. We need to stop demanding equality, demanding inclusivity with white people, because they've clearly demonstrated they don't want to be equal with us. Many people showed hate, many people showed love, but I don't understand why many people want to deny that it is what it is. You can want to celebrate Rainbow Nation as much as you want, but white people are not going to celebrate Rainbow Nation with black people included. That's one thing they will never do. So the message was just to make you aware, as a black person, black South African, even as an African all over the world, even diaspora-wise, wherever, UK, America, you know it very well that black people and white people, they don't click. They fight the racism from both sides, whether it's black people being racist to whites being racist to black. It has been deep down in the blood. The indoctrination is deep down in the blood, in the psyche. It's never gonna stop. So the message was just to make you aware that whatever you're doing, trying to force the inclusivity, whatever you're doing, trying to force the equality with the people who are rejecting you, it's just gonna make us seem like we're seeking validation so bad. And the advice is that as black people, let's stop seeking validation from people who don't want us in their spaces, from people who don't even want to validate us. And it doesn't just even have to be about races. It can be about anything. It can be relationship-wise. Stop seeking for validation obanga sakufuni. But this, of course, is about politics, it's about the race, and it's also about the Bella Bill, because this video is influenced by the Bella Bill. Diving deep into why they were marching, you end up realizing they were marching to protect their own children from learning with black kids. So if us were still forcing to be included in their schools, to include them in the curriculum and things like that, it's only gonna reinforce the racism going onwards into the future. Your kids are gonna go to the same school and they're gonna be racist to those white kids or those Afrikaners, and those Afrikaners are gonna be racist to your kids. So racism will never stop as long as we're forced to bring our kids together with these people, white they don't want. It has been reported by this other study, I don't remember, that majority of white people, they get their racism from home. So imagine if they get their racism from home, and then when they get to school, bahlangana nomntana wakho, a dark skin or yellow chocolate looking umntana, whether a boy child or a girl child, and then ufunda nabo. Imagine the racism your child is gonna face, the bullying your child is gonna face, and not just from the learners, even from the teachers. Because I believe abantwana bongamla, the schools they go, they are being taught by Afrikaners and white people. They are not being taught by black people. So why are we forcing? Seems like we are the only one, forcing. I have never seen them try to force the inclusivity. I've never seen them try to force the inclusion. How must be one. They will never do that. They've never done that. They've never done it, and they will never do it. And we have to come to terms with that. Yeah, you can want to fight the Bella Bill all you want, inclusivity, want to include African languages in all schools across the board. It's fine. But ninga mangali when racism continues and your kids go to same schools with Afrikaner schools, Afrikaner kids, and abelungu, let's just say white people, including everyone, Europeans, let your child as a black child go to those schools. Don't be shocked when your child faces racism, because who forced it? You forced. I'm not against the Bella Bill. The Bella Bill is very progressive. But I'm just saying, we as black people fighting so hard for the Bella Bill to happen, We must not be shocked when our kids are going to the same schools with these other races and our kids face racism, or our kids are being racist to other kids from other races. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the Bella Bill must not go. The Bella Bill is very progressive and it must go onwards. You see, it must go onwards, and the president must sign the whole Bella Bill, even section 4, even section 5. I'm just saying, you must be ready for your kids to face racism from the teachers, from the kids themselves who are learning in that school. That's all I'm saying. But let's not teach our kids as black people to want to seek validation so much to the point whereby they end up fighting hard for inclusivity even in schools. Just take your kids to a Kasi school. There's nothing wrong with that. Just take your kids to a rural school in Makaya where there's black dominated kids. Bozomfundisa ngesitsonga, bozomfundisa ngesipedi. They will teach your child with the home language. Just take your child back home. Why are you forcing to take your child to white people's schools, and you want to fight those white people's schools must include your tribal language? We are fighting so hard, you know, and you're gonna wonder why they're resisting. They're resisting, they're even marching against the section 4 and section 5 of the B. They are resisting, and us we are fighting so hard. So kushuthi yithi esifunayo, yithi esifuna ukusifaka entweni zabo. I'm not saying the Bella Bill must not go. I'm just trying to give you another perspective of how this can be viewed, because some people looking at outside, looking at our country, looking at black people forcing so hard the inclusivity, they will only see us, and we're going to come across as those people who are seeking approval so bad. We're going to come across as, why are we seeking so much validation from these people? You see, so some things can be prevented. Some things can be prevented, and we can prevent them, those things, as black people. We can prevent taking our kids to these schools, whereby we know there's a school in Pretoria High School, Pretoria Girls High School, what. Kids there are constantly facing racism, and it's always being reported in the news. There's racism in the school. Even workers themselves, the teachers, are facing racism from white teachers. So you can see, like, the damage is being done, the damage is in the heads, is in the psyche, it's never gonna go anywhere. Even if the Bella Bill is to be signed, the racism will still remain. Bella Bill will never take away racism, it will only reinforce the racism. Because if the Bella Bill happens and we get what we want as black people, it will only be left for white people and Afrikaners to resist, and not just resist and marching, but they're gonna resist in schools where they force their kids to speak Afrikaans and swear black kids, things like that, you know. I don't know if I'm just thinking out loud or I'm making sense, but it's only gonna create more problems. And at the end of the day, we won't take the accountability for the racism that is being reinforced. Even when we know we are the ones who forced it for these things to happen, we won't take responsibility, we won't take accountability. We'll just blame the white people when they are racist, knowing very well we're forced to be in their spaces. But it is what it is. Thank you very much.